Hi Scorpio, it's Veroosh. Welcome to my channel. We're doing a reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising for August. This is both a general reading and a love reading, and I took a couple days off to regroup, and I hope you don't mind. I do all my readings at random, so I have these cards, I shuffle them up, and then I follow a random order, right? And so in essence, basically, it's just a coincidence that you're last again. I hope next time you won't be, but if you're wondering, I know people kind of wonder what's up. It's not personal. It just happens that way. Okay, so why don't we take a look at your reading? We have 3 cards, first of all, to see the general overview, the singles love message, and the couple's love message. So your general overview for this month is rest. You're not the only one to get this card. I feel like a lot has happened in the last few months. And how do I say this? In some ways, 2011 has been less eventful than 2020. But in some ways, it hit really close to home. And it was very emotionally intense. And there's been a lot of processing of what's been going on, and I think 2020 was a shock year, so a lot of people were in shock. Things weren't getting through, and so now that kind of the shock has subsided a bit for many people, there's this intensity that's been here for 2021, and some of that is the square between Uranus and Saturn, but it's also the emotional signature of the year. And so here a lot of signs are getting this. You're the second one actually, and there's like a rest period that's coming through. It's like a much needed rest, a decompression of stress. Okay, and then if you're single, we have the King of Swords energy, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Now if you date women, this could be a woman, and it doesn't have to be one of those signs. The character of this individual, this King of Swords type person, is that of being meticulous in terms of how they think about things. They're very reason based. They may be quiet sometimes and not necessarily share all their perspectives until it's time to do so. And I feel like they are wise, although I don't think they're the type of person that kind of throws wisdom into people's face. So there could be a person like that around you at this time. And then for couples, we have the 9 of Pentacles. That's a beautiful card. Venus in Virgo, and Venus is in Virgo for a week or a couple more weeks in August. And for couples, I feel as though there's like an appreciation between people in relationships, that one person is giving the other person a lot. There's a lot of thankfulness there. There's a lot of celebration. And I know we have a woman on the card, but actually this could be a man as well. So it depends on what your relationship is. So I'm going to roll the dice now to see if there's any significant house or sign that we should be paying attention to. So first, for the general, let's give it a roll. So we have Virgos are important for you at this time. That's just a general message for Sun, Moon, Rising Virgo. It could be also something pointing to Virgo season, which is just at the end of August. And then we have the 3rd house and communication. So keep your communications open. Also things referring to your early childhood, things that you learned in early childhood that you will employ during this time. Okay, so if you're single, let's do the same. We have Pisces being important for single Scorpios. And then we have the 6th house. Okay, so this could point to a place that you're regularly around. So this is a place where you're commonly sort of experience, where you spend time. This can also point to a place where you work out or how you work out. This can also point to the fact that this is someone who you're around a lot for work purposes, like a coworker or someone who you have contact from another company. So your companies work together and you kind of speak to one another. So we'll see more about this information in a minute. Now let's take a look at the last dice roll for couples. Let's see which house and what sign is important. If you're a couple, Gemini is important for you at this time in the month of August, and we have the 9th house, which means that, to me, right away, the 9th house, it makes me feel like your relationship at this time is opulent. Things are going well for you and your partner, and financially secure, and I think many of you are branching out. Many of you are thinking about going off somewhere or going a different direction or so forth. So there's this expansive principle here. Okay, so why don't we, I was just checking to see if the cards are in reverse. They're not. Why don't we clarify with the next row, and there'll be another one after this. There's no astrology here. I know you guys like tarot, so I wanted to give you just tarot. We've been doing a lot of astrology, and definitely there'll be astrology out as well. Okay, so first message, we have the 4 of Swords, which is the Fool. That's ruled by Uranus. This is just for the astrology buffs out there if they're interested. And the 6 of Cups, Sun in Scorpio. You know, Virgo season is very good for Scorpios. It's a time when the sun is forming sextile 60-degree angles to your placement. So there's a lot of initiation of new things at this time. It's a real wake-up period, maybe a time of rest while the sun is in Leo season is happening, and then once Virgo season starts, it could be a time for new beginnings. So, okay, Scorpios. Now, this is intended as a general message, but there is a sincere feeling here between yourself and this King of Pentacles. There's sincerity there. There's also a reference to someone in the past. So you could be thinking about someone from the past, or maybe someone new who's reminding you of something from the past. And with this is a new direction. This King of Pentacles energy can be a man or a woman, depending on, you know, what your situation is. They could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but more importantly, they're a person who's extremely grounded and settled. They are very autonomous. They take care of themselves for themselves in an independent way. And so this is a person who in some way is very kind and generous. That's what I'm picking up. And this person is independent. So although I think that they can be quite generous from themselves, I don't think they need the generosity of others, or I don't think that they solicit it. But I think that what they're seeking is emotional connection. I think what they're seeking is contact with others, and I think that they've probably to be where they are in life, they've probably made a lot of social sacrifices. And what I get is that they're successful in their own right, and that came at a cost of social isolation. But they're not like how do you say it? They're not like a like antisocial or peripheral person. They're just someone who's given a lot of time in other directions, and so they're like a needle in the haystack type of figure. So I feel like this person is around you at this time, and I'm not sure in what capacity, but the 6 of Cups does point to the fact that there's sincerity in this relationship. There's new beginnings. This person wants someone to be close with. And so, yeah, we'll take a look at that more in just a minute. Okay, so next we're going to take a look at the singles message. And we had the 6th, Pisces, and the King of Swords to start. And we have the Devil, which is Capricorn. Sorry, Capricorns out there. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Mr. Deville and Queen of Wands, Sag, Leo, or Aries. And then we have the 10 of Swords, Sun in Gemini. Okay. How do we say this? It's okay. So I think you're around someone who's gone through a divorce. You're around someone who's gone through a divorce, and this person was incredibly manipulative and nefarious. And so I feel as though you're dealing with someone who's withdrawn, this energy, the King of Swords, and this there's a separation there, or they were around someone who was incredibly manipulative, incredibly like overbearing in terms of their emotions and so forth. And I feel like, there's just like a stranglehold manipulation style situation. This Queen of Wands could have been like the typical covert narcissist, shining bright at everybody else. Nobody else knew that this person, male or female, was this way in private. And everybody missed the cues or the warning signs. But I think that this woman in some way, very, very aggressive. That's what I'm getting with the Devil and the Ten of Swords. And this could be a man. Now, this could have happened to you, and you're turning to this person. But I think for more of you, this is someone you've met, and they're processing this. It's a huge thing, but this is really to do with the past. I sense danger, actually, from this person. Not maybe physical danger necessarily, but I sense that there is emotional violence that's being practiced. There's a emotional violence to this. Okay, so then we have the Nine of Pentacles. We'll look at this more in a minute. So we have Nine of Pentacles for couples, and then we have the High Priestess. Right away, I got the hit that if you're in a couple, I feel like the woman had some type of intuitive insight, if there is a woman in this dynamic. And so she had suggested that some things happen a certain way, and I think that led to a lot of material prosperity. And then we have the Hermit next. This could be Virgo or a unique path, and then we have the Tower. So I feel as though someone had given insight about taking a private path away from a certain situation, and I think that there was a drastic change in lifestyle, or there was a drastic change in somebody's frequency or what they were doing with their lives, and there was a situation in which there was like doubt in this situation that this was a direction to go. There was like questions or doubt in a situation about whether or not to go in a particular direction or something like that. But I feel like there was, when, I don't know if you've gotten readings and stuff, or if you know what it's like besides watching a general, but sometimes like in private sessions, the reader can tell you some random thing, and it might seem very like atypical for your life, or out, like it could be very left field. But let's say that life happens and you decide to follow it in some way. And I feel like this is this situation that someone said something to you. It doesn't have to be a reader or a psychic. It could have been the wife or the female in the situation. Sorry about the ambulance. And so, okay, so it could have been, there was an intuitive statement made by someone that seemed very oddball. It felt very left field. And I feel like that challenged like the way that you thought your life was going, or the way the situation was going. And it challenged things, but I think that it's turning out like in an affirmative way. So you could have been like, what am I doing this? This sounds crazy. But now, as things have happened in the way they have, I think that there's been clarification of the issue. And I feel like there's a lot of financial stability and contentment that has come out of this situation. So it may have been a strange path to go down, but this path has actually led to a lot of material prosperity in your situation. So I'm going to interrupt here just to mention members. There's going to be an extended for this. I'm calling it Behind Closed Doors. I hate the title, but I hope you don't mind. The premise is that we're going to look like at what's not clear in this first reading, the general, like what's the secrets, what's the things people are not talking about. And then for the singles and couples, it's going to be more of an intimacy style reading. So stuff I can't do on the main channel for everybody. It'll be just like done with fun cards and, all this kind of stuff. So if you're a member, you can go and enjoy it there. And thanks for being members, you guys. Okay, so now let's take a look at the extension of the general. Just as a reminder, it looked like you were connecting very strongly with someone and there was a new beginning there. This was on the heels of some type of rest and some kind of decompression of stress in the situation. So we have the Seven of Swords first. Okay, that's Moon in Aquarius. We have the Ten of Wands. Okay. I think that's, I always get that, I think that's Sun in Sagittarius. And then we have the, Page of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. These are just general kind of little messages. The Chariot, okay, which is Cancer, ruled by Cancer. And then we have King of Pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, same card as this. And then the last one we have is the Five of Cups, some kind of disappointment. I think that somebody's been waiting on an issue for a while, okay? So it looks like the King of Pentacles, and that could be you, Scorpio, could have been waiting on a situation for a long time to happen. There's a lot of sincerity there. There's a lot of sincere feelings, warm feelings, a lot of coming to terms with things and so forth. However, I feel as though you're edging towards sort of this person, this King of Pentacles, whoever they are, is edging towards accepting that things are not coming together. It looks like it was even accentuated by somebody's input, somebody who's young and somebody who could be with youth sometimes comes like being brazen. So, saying things before they're fully considered, being more assertive at the cost of being like thought through about the consequences of what you're saying. It feels as though someone could have quickly looked at the situation and nonchalantly sort of said, this is too much, you're carrying too heavy of a load, and so been discouraging in some way. Look at all these flaws. I could see that some third party could have interjected and said negative things which have influenced the situation in a discouraging way, to make people feel as though it can't work out and it's not necessarily a good path. Whether it's a love relationship or a path to go down. See, I'm getting mixed signals here. Here, it felt like this was really with you and another person, and this person was showing you a lot of grace. But here, this feels much more like you. It could be with regard to a relationship, but it could be also with regard to something you want to pursue, something you want to go and do, and not necessarily a relationship. So I feel like if you're being discouraged at this time, especially by a third party in some way, Five of Cups can be the recognition of what's really important. So it just takes a matter of time to turn around and take a look at the cups that are standing behind you to really understand. But in the immediate present in August, you might be having some doubts about a situation that you're involved in. Almost letting it go, but yet with the Chariot, there's still hope there. It really feels as though this King of Pentacles is showing up here as sincerity. So there is this level of sincerity around you. There's a sincerity from someone else towards you. There's a sincerity that you're feeling. And maybe this sincerity is strong enough. Sincerity is truth, right? So maybe this sincerity is strong enough in order to pull you through and have enough self-confidence or confidence in this situation to carry through. But I think you are going to feel a lot of discouragement. You may feel a lot of pressure from the world around you or just one person. Something gets in your head to makes you doubt whether or not the situation you're pursuing with such effort is actually something that's going to work out. Sometimes you feel like you have to cut your losses. I feel like you're edging on the feeling of cutting your losses here. But yet I see so much sincerity. There's so much sincerity in your feelings towards the situation. And I feel like if you're dealing with someone, this could be not a relationship, but a supervisor or a boss. It feels like they may have sincerity towards you. So yes, definitely hope there, but I think that it's up to you whether or not you're going to fold or whether you're going to pursue this, continue to pursue this. If anything, I feel like the message here is to continue, despite feeling discouraged or even hearing things, unflattering things about a situation. Okay, so now let's take a look at singles out there. We have the King of Swords, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, secondary transits in fire, Sagittarius or Aries. Same person. Then we have the Magician. Okay, so that's Mercury or Virgo. And then we have the Knight of Wands, Sagittarius or Aries. These are just general sign associations for each card. Four of Cups is Moon in Cancer. Let's see. And then we have the Nine of Rods, which is Moon in Sagittarius. Okay, so let's see what else. And then we have Seven of Swords, Saturn in Taurus. So there's definitely been this person somebody's been around someone who has been incredibly emotionally violent. And it could be at the level of social interactions or friends, or directly like harassing someone on an implicit level, like in conversation and things, saying like problematic things and dragging them into dissolution, right? Really intimidating energy. Kind of like, it could be even to the level of, although most of you are not experiencing this, but like blackmail. Like, I have this over you, and somebody has a chokehold on somebody else emotionally. And I feel like the person who's been experiencing this, the King of Swords, or it could be you coming out of a situation like this, but if the King of Swords is going through this, they have help. They have help from friends. They have help with people around them who are helping them through this situation. If you've met someone and you're in this situation, this person is sending help in to help you. Other people to brighten the situation, to help your circumstances along, to help to lift you out of the current state of mind. And since this is a love reading, I'm wondering if not this person in some way is trying to be a part of your life or show up in your life in some way, but in a genuine way. So when we have relationships with people, if they want just a superficial relationship, they may show up as like just pleasantries. But when somebody's really serious about you, it really feels like this. They want to help you, and they want to help with the fundamental things in your life, and not necessarily just bringing you flowers and chocolate, right? So it really looks like somebody's taking concern towards you and is showing you help through their contacts in some way. And so you're still waiting for a solution to be resolved, but I think help is on the way. And because this is a love reading, I'm wondering if not the backing of this is emotional sentiment or compassion of some kind. Okay, the sixth house has to do with like friction as well, and so this could be someone who's trying to help you problem solve your problems. The King of Swords in some way, regardless of the sign, is someone who can really troubleshoot a situation and figure out like a good solution. And so this is essentially saying that it's not yet time to resolve everything, but help is on the way, and it's helping you to sort of you're resting again. It's the same energy, resting again from the assault, not physical assault, but the emotional, neurological assault you've been going through. Okay. And then we have couples. This was the most interesting one to me, because it looked like there was like intense intuition going on, and there was like intense intuition going on. And then we have the Three of Swords, that's Saturn and Libra. And then we have the Temperance card, Sagittarian energy. And then we have the Queen of Wands, Sagittarius or Aries. Okay, let's see what's next. And then we have the Two of Pentacles, which is Jupiter in the modern association in Capricorn and Saturn in Capricorn for the traditional high priestess again. So there's definitely like an aspect to your relation. Either your partner's very psychic or you're very psychic. A lot of this has happened with intuition. The King of Wands represents at this time some very inspirational person. So someone who comes in with white light to help resolve and help a situation. There's been a shocking event in one of your lives, you or your partner. And there's been a dramatic change of tide, a change in direction. Sorry, I heard something. There's been a change. Did you hear that? That's so freaky. So there's been a change in direction. And I had a nightmare when I took a nap. And I had this crazy nightmare. And so I'm jumpy today. Sorry. So anyway, so that's a sign, you guys. So the King of Wands with the High Priestess is just reinforcing that this is whatever's happening within your relationship is really guided by spirit. And I really strongly feel like the direction where your relationship is going is not logical. So as the way it's evolving, so trying to make sense of all the details isn't necessarily going to give you the answers you want. It's not going to produce for you a good, clear answer. And you have to trust the process. This whole situation has taken you on a divergent path from where you were going or where you thought you were going. And so I feel like it's sometimes been shocking, or you've sometimes wondered whether this path was a good path for you, and it seemed like it didn't seem logical to go down this path, and yet here you are. There's been very inspirational people around you. There's a Queen of Wands here who in some way is instrumental in providing you support and compassion. And there's like a slow relationship resolution here. So it's taking a while to resolve a relationship or some aspect of this relationship, or maybe it's taking a long time to get to know this person. And then here we have the Two of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the King of Wands. And so to me, that represents that there's an ongoing process in which you're going towards fulfilling of a prophecy that someone said to you that may be so dramatic and so strange that you in some way, don't even, it's hard to believe that that's where things are going. So congratulations. I think it's for the better. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles to me indicates that there's been a financial turn for the better, those types of things. Okay, so members, let's reconvene in the whatever links here, and at the end click through, and in the description, all Scorpios out there, it's almost your birthday, so let's get ready to party. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to make the energy real, and I'll talk with you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.